Hey there, beautiful souls. If you are new here, hello and welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thank you for your support of the channel. Not every message will resonate for you, and that's okay. Take what feels true for you and just leave the rest behind for someone else who needs to hear it. Before we dive into your tarot messages for November, let's take a quick look at some key astrological aspects for the month. Well, here we go again with another Mercury retrograde. This takes place from the 9th to the 29th of the month. Now, while this might feel like a step back, take it as an invitation to revisit unresolved themes with fresh eyes. Your mind goes even further into the past as you seek to figure out how to unplug from past storylines so you can truly move into the future that resonates with who you are becoming. Within this process, expect surprises, revelations, and eye-opening realizations, particularly if you are a Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Aquarius. On November 5th, we have a full moon in Taurus. This lunar phase highlights your relationship with your body by encouraging some gentle movement and playful exercise, especially if you've been feeling nervous, sleepless, or stuck in your head. Practices like yoga or grounding rituals that reconnect you to your body's wisdom are a great way to harness the energies at play. Jupiter goes retrograde in Cancer on November 11th, which means the lucky planet enters its dormant season, putting a momentary halt on your ability to expand, especially if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The good news is that you get to review your growth strategies as a way to perfect your craft. November 20th's new moon in Scorpio invites you to go within to find the answers to tricky questions. If you're able to calm your mind, then some colorful, smart insights are in store for you. Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, this one's for you. And finally, on November 21st, when the sun enters Sagittarius, go ahead and embrace the season of exploration, learning, and celebration. Now that we have that taken care of, just a quick reminder to take a second to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's completely free for you, and it makes a big difference in supporting the channel. And if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more, then give it a like so the YouTube algorithm knows to keep showing you content like this. Stick around, my friends. I'll meet you on the other side to dive into your tarot messages. All right, beautiful souls, let's dive into your tarot messages for the month of November. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. So Cancer, I'm going to just dive in right away. I'm going to give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Cancer seekers. Let's see what for you, Cancer, what the universe would like to tell you for the month of November. 4 cards, please. You have 2 cards come out here. So you had the Knight of Swords, but that also came out with this 4 of Pentacles, okay? So interesting energy Okay, let's continue. Okay, another card just flew right out, which is the Strength card. Okay, got another two cards just flew out together. Another interesting combination. You have the Tower, but you also have the Three of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So that's interesting too, okay? Let me just move these so that you can see them better. Hopefully we'll be able to see that. And let's get a final card for you. You have the Ace of Wands that's come out. Bottom of the deck. Okay, this is a very interesting read. I'm getting a lot of messages, so I'm gonna put them out there. Just bear with me here. Nine of Swords. You know, I'm gonna say to you, in this month, Cancer, it's not like you feel bad, but there's something missing. That's all I can say. There's something missing because you have this Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords is the card of saying, I just don't feel at ease, okay? Now, it can mean a lot more for a lot of other people, but in this instance, in this month for you, the messages I'm getting is, it's just not, there's just not something that's 100% right. It just doesn't feel 100% right, okay? And I feel like sometimes we get some insomnia as a result of not feeling right. Sometimes that could be just our health, okay? Don't take it like, you know, there's bad stuff coming up and your head can't stop thinking about it. It could be just that you're in a, you know, period where we're going in the northern hemisphere, we're going into the autumn. This is sometimes a hard time, a change of season, or, you know, we're going toward the winter. So it could be just a change of season. It could be a change of your hormones. It could be changes in your body. You're not used to the daylight now, the sun being less. And it's kind of throwing you off kilter. This is what I'm feeling for some of you, okay? I have to say that that card of Nine of Swords means that it oftentimes is, it's something is just keeping you up either at night, and I don't know, either you're expending too much energy, okay, and maybe you're thinking about something too hard, but again, always remembering that perception is everything, right? So if you perceive something in a certain way and you're going, oh my gosh, and you're thinking about something far too much, and somebody else comes in from the outside and looks at it and goes, oh yeah, okay, that's that, all right? So it can be perceived in different ways, whatever this thing is for you. This is a very interesting read. I like when I get reads like this just because it's out of the ordinary, and it's not all roses, because life isn't all roses. So I know everybody wants to hear roses all the time and they want to hear how they're going to win the lottery, but unfortunately everybody doesn't win the lottery every day, and that's more realistic. So I like to see what is going on in our lives realistically. For you, Cancer, I feel like I'm going to start right here. You have this Knight of Swords and this Four of Pentacles. I feel like this little bit of insomnia, this thinking of something, this whatever it is that is bothering you or is not right in your head, is because it's like you're chasing something, but at the same time you're trying to hold on to something. Now, if this is resonating with you, you'll know what this is. I can't give any examples. But it's like you're running after something or you're trying to get going and you're trying to go at breakneck speed. But in order to go at breakneck speed, you have to probably lose a bunch of things that you're carrying, right? You can't carry the kitchen sink and, and the television when we're trying to run down the street and be Speedy Gonzalez, right? And win track and field awards. Okay? So you need to lighten up there. It's like you want to move at speed, but you can't because you're holding on to something. You're holding on to it very tightly. So, as I said to you, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're still feeling good overall. It's not like this is dragging you down that much. But I do feel like it's like you're trying to understand something fully and you can't seem to grasp it. Maybe you're trying to understand it and you are trying to change it at the same time, or something you feel because you have this tower here, but you have it with the Three of Swords in the reverse. So it's not like this change or this whatever is happening, this event, this bit of crumbling here, or something that you're trying to grasp. It's not hurting you. That's why I'm saying it's not really bad, that overall you still feel good. This Three of Swords is not hurting you, but it is still causing you to feel not whole, or causing you to not feel like there's something missing. You're missing something and you're just not able to grasp it, okay? So there is a bit of that, maybe this was a bit of a surprise for somebody. That's the other thing. Okay, so for some of you, it could be a surprise that there's something that you missed. Again, take it how it resonates. But it kind of feel more like it's like you want to achieve something, but you just don't know how to achieve it. And so when we're trying to achieve something and we just can't, we start to feel unsettled. Okay, that is where I'm coming from. You're feeling unsettled and you're trying to embrace something. Okay, you're trying to embrace something new, but you have to let go of something old in order to achieve that. All right. And because you're feeling like you're trying to embrace something that's not certain, okay? And when we try to embrace something that's not certain, then you see that there's an opportunity here for growth. You see that there's an opportunity for learning. Let's just see what that is. That flew out. Yeah, Seven of Swords. It's like you're doubting it, or you're feeling like it's deception, or that something is, you're not grasping it. Something is deceiving you. Your own perception perhaps is deceiving you, or there is, it's like you want to embrace some growth and some understanding, but it's just uncertain there. And so you feel like you can't really learn from this, or I have to say, this is one of the most interesting reads I've had in a really, really, really long time, Cancer. So as I said, I'm sure it won't be for everybody. Not all tarot readings are anyway, right? Because they are general readings for the collective. And there are a lot of people out there with the sign of Cancer. So take it how it resonates for you, okay? I feel like, I just feel like you think you need a new plan to be able to achieve this. You don't know how to achieve this. You need a strategy of how to achieve this, okay? Now, if let's say you're working, for example, because this is another message that they're giving me right now. If you have a job, you're in the work environment, let's say, you know what you have to do every day, right? You have some tasks, they're clearly defined for you. Your day is quite regimented, if you will, in the sense that it's, you know exactly what you do. You get up in the morning, you make coffee, you sit down, you answer emails, 10 o'clock you go to this meeting, and it's always the same. So you know what your tasks are, okay? So you know how to manage them, and this is, with your, usual competence. But it's like the completion of these tasks, it's like you're missing some satisfaction. You're kind of feeling like this Four of Cups guy, a little bit bored either by that, which is why you're either chasing something new or you want to chase something new, but you don't want to let go of the old, okay? So now that makes a lot more sense to me when I say to you, like when I look at it in the sense of, because they just give me messages, right? And then it's like putting the story together in my head, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. It's like you're looking for something that's more exciting, but at the same time, you don't want to let go of what you have because it brings you some stability, i.e. brings you revenue. You know that saying, we don't drop a job to run after another job until we have the other job, right? We don't let go of the first one until till the second one is a done deal and it's, in the bag, so to speak, okay? That's why you're chasing something, but you can't let go, because you're not feeling satisfied with something. You're not feeling satisfied in either this job or whatever. So you're feeling quite bored. You're hoping that the universe is going to feed you something here. Okay, and usually on the Four of Cups, the character is looking at the cups and just, quite blasé about them. This one's very specific. This one says, you, universe, feed me the fourth cup. You are looking for the universe to provide you that satisfaction. You are looking for the universe to deliver that which you crave, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's just clarify one more card here. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you are looking for the Fool. You're looking for some kind of fresh start here. Something, as I said, okay, what was the earlier message I had received? That you're looking to embrace growth and understanding. I feel like, yeah, you want to achieve something. Maybe you want to leave an existing situation and you're feeling unsettled about it. And so I would say to you, learn from this, okay? From these feelings of being uncertain about it. We learn lessons from that. Okay, now, this doesn't have to just be in the area of work, okay? For some of you, it could be in terms of relationships. It could be in terms of the relationship you're currently in. It could be in terms of just friends, right? The people around you who we claim sometimes are our friends, or the people we think are our friends, that they're just not satisfying anymore. So you might want to find some new relationships in that regard, or a new relationship, like a long-term relationship could be for some of you. All right, you're definitely feeling something there, not satisfied with it, and you're feeling like it's you just need some satisfaction somewhere. Okay, now with this Strength card, the message I'm getting is, okay, if this is a work situation for some of you, then I would say to you, remember, this is not a reflection of your abilities. It has nothing to do with your abilities while you're feeling this way. It's just a sign that maybe you need to shift your perspective about something. Maybe you need to shift your perspective about this job being blasé or being bored, or maybe there's been a dip and that everything feels slow, okay? Maybe because a lot of economies of the world are kind of slowing down, right? And, you know, as we get to the end of the year, things slow down, right? Because we start to roll and close out, the year, and the economy, or we don't, the company isn't deciding right now on what, they're going to do for the next 5 years, or, things start to wrap up, if you will, at the end of a year. So this is maybe what you're really feeling. It's just a shift in perspective that's needed here, okay? So the same with if your situation is related to relationships, friendships, whatever, I'd say to you, just have a little courage here, push through this a little bit, just because we get to the Ace of Wands at the end of the month where things start to feel so much better, okay? You really will feel a heck of a lot better at the end of the month than you do sort of through the first couple of weeks there of the month, all right? So I would say to you, try to look at something from a different angle. That's very, very important, okay? You do here have, and I barely even went to go shuffle the cards, and out flew the Five of Cups, okay? So you are looking at something sort of from one perspective only, as I said. You're looking sort of at the negative side of something and not the positive side of it. So I was going to tell you to try to evaluate something from a different angle, which is very interesting because, as I said, like I just went to grab the first set of cards and out that Five of Cups flew, okay? And I would say to you, you also have this Three of Pentacles, which is to find yourself some kind of community, some kind of, group of people where you can share your experiences with and try to get to this, finding out an area that, something that drives you, okay? Or helps you to identify what's going to ignite your passion with this Ace of Wands here, because that's what the Ace of Wands is, igniting your passion. And so you need to find that right thing for you. Now, for some of you, it will be a different job. For some of you, because this is Pentacles. For some of you, it will be just getting, like, I don't know, going to a knitting hobby, going line dancing, finding a tribe of people, a group, community, something where you can use some other skill sets, or use that skill set in a different way, or makes you feel something that kind of, as I said, is going to drive your passion, all right? This is going to be challenging for some of you. That's why you have the Strength card, okay? You need the strength to get through this. That's the other thing I have to tell you. But I do have to say that there's the Seven of Wands, which I'm glad to say. See, I love it when the cards just bear out the messages I'm going to give, as I'm getting the message and then the card comes to reflect it. I was going to say it holds potential, okay? It holds potential for you to be productive. It offers you, some kind of valuable experience. This, either pushing through this, you're going to either learn something from it, or pushing through this and finding that tribe of people is going to bring you some kind of understanding, some kind of growth, some kind of experience that is going to be productive for you, or some kind of insights. That is the key here. You need some insight into what is going to make you feel this spark of passion again. Okay. Very, very interesting read. I'm loving this, Cancer. I know this is strange, because most people would say, oh, I would love it when I see everything is wonderful in the cards. No, we all need to learn. We all need to grow. We grow through very interesting ways in life. And this period for you, this month of November, is one of those months, okay? All right, so let's get into this, this Tower card and the Three of Swords. I am getting some specific messages for somebody, so let me get that out again. They won't be for everybody. I do feel for somebody, if you're in a family situation, perhaps you're not feeling so confident in that. You feel like something's breaking down because the Tower is the card of unexpected whatever. You have the Three of Swords, at least in the reverse, which tells me that you're not feeling it's not going to cause you some major pain there. But I feel like if you are in a family situation, if you're feeling the urge to argue, I'd say try to avoid that where possible, okay? Especially if you don't know where you stand in the argument, okay? I would say this is more of a time to listen, okay, to whoever, to reflect on what's being said, to perhaps offer some support rather than engage in the conflict. That's the other thing I would say, if there's something, because this is going to be a bit of surprise for somebody. I don't know who that's for. As I said, it's not always for everybody. So let's get some clarifiers here. Two of Pentacles, yeah. There's like some decision, there's some juggling going on, and perhaps best that you do not be the one to make the decision, or you're not the one necessarily to, you're just kind of dealing with this, perhaps. You're dealing with, this situation in addition to all of this feeling not so great. This could be the cause of why you're not feeling so great, and you're trying to grasp something, or you're trying to achieve something new here in terms of the family situation. Family situation could be a result of you wanting to leave maybe work and wanting to move on, and this will cause some instability for you because, perhaps you right now, today, you already have some money and that could change, all right? Anyway, all to say that, yeah, just listen, reflect on what's going on rather than engaging in any type of conflict with anybody. Be smart about it. Queen of Swords there. Get the facts to whatever is going on in this situation. I would say that, yeah, you have the Five of Wands too. So I'd say to you, don't engage in the conflict at all. Now, I would say that if this is interacting, if your case is you're interacting with people outside of the family, that's a little bit different, okay? Where I'm feeling that, or the message that I'm getting is, it's okay to have ideas. It's okay to have opinions. Just don't force them on other people. You can be a little assertive. You can be a little bit bold about your ideas and your opinions, because that helps us to lead to growth. But again, all I would just say is don't get yourself into any conflict here. If things aren't going as they, as you planned it, which life doesn't, take it as a cue to just pause, okay? Reassess, as I said, listen, and incorporate any lessons into any future endeavors, okay? So what's great is this Ace of Wands at the end of the month, because it's like all of a sudden you get your spark back, okay? I love this Ace of Wands because you see it's got this flame in this head, and I always say the Ace of Wands for me is like a match. And you get that spark, just, that spark sound and that flame when you light a match. And it's like, you get that feeling of fire again inside of us, okay? I would just say that's wonderful, because that at the end of the month you get that. You now also have the Ace of Pentacles that came out with that, which means there's new opportunities here, new opportunities for something in the material world. Perhaps new contracts, new revenue, new ventures, definitely new opportunities here. If that's what you were hoping for, the end of the month looks very promising for you. I'd say you're encouraged to embrace this adventure going through this month to getting to this last week, because There's definitely going to be some self-discovery here. And that that this month will be a very interesting experience that, although challenging, is going to be triumphant sort of at the end of the month, okay? So it's definitely going to be something that is, I want to say you're going to learn from it, all right? There's something valuable here to learn, or it teaches you something very valuable, all right? So embrace this interesting adventure. Even if you feel disoriented and you don't have the answers, and that's what I'm saying about this whole Nine of Swords making you feel like something isn't whole, Knight of Cups time, okay? Finally, you feel like this is far more nurturing at the end of the month, whatever has come to you your way. And there's the Six of Pentacles, definitely going to bring you some nice financial stability, all right? Very, very interesting read, Cancer. I love these reads. All right. Let's get you a final message from the fairies. Let's see what they want to add. What would you like to tell Cancer, please, for the month of November? Sorry, some cards here mixed up. Let's try that again. Message, one card, please, for Cancer. Okay. Divination is the message you received. Divination. Let's see what it says. It says, embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay, you may not feel like you do, but as I said, listen. There's lessons here. Try to embrace what the lessons are for yourself, and things will probably become a little bit more clear. Certainly, definitely become very clear at the end of the month, Cancer. All right, I know these readings sometimes are not for everybody, but I do hope there was something in it resonated for some of you out there. I'll leave the reading there, and I would ask you, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and click the notification bell if you want to know when I drop my next video. You will want to know when I do that, because next month I'm actually going to announce something I'm quite excited about. It is my way of giving back to all of those who have supported me for this channel since the beginning, and I'm really happy to be doing this, and I will tell you more about that next month, so you're not going to want to miss it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then you'll know what I'm talking about when I drop my videos next month. All right? All right. I'll see you again very soon, my friends. Until then, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.